Hey guys, welcome back. Void here. Yes, I'm using my own voice now. I heard your feedback about the voice narrator and I know you guys really hate it, so I'll give voice recording a shot. But please bear with me if I fumble my words. I'm not really used to this. I only have a headphone mic at the moment, so please bear with it. I'll look for a better mic sometime soon. Today was supposed to be a video about choosing a starter frame, but as you can see, I'm making a fresh non-prime version of Mag and Volt in the foundry. So while we're waiting for them to cook, we'll talk about earning platinum today. So, platinum, Warframe's premium currency. We can never have enough of it, right? So you're a beginner who just started playing Warframe and you need more plat to buy slots. That free 50 plat wasn't enough for you. So how can you earn more plat? What can you do right now to earn more? Well, in this video I'll be telling you 9 ways you can farm for plat. But as a beginner, I'm afraid that the only first option will be available to you. But I'll tell you about the other ways to earn plat, so that when these methods are available to you, you have other alternatives to choose from. So let's get right into it. Option 1. Void Fissures. You should probably have a Void Relic at this point, but if you don't, I recommend you to farm for them at LICH on Earth. It's a defense mission. Every 5 ways you will be rewarded with a LICH relic, and you can complete a rotation within less than 5 minutes with a good group. If there is a Void Fissure at LICH, take it. You can earn relics and crack them open at the same time. Do about 10 or 20 waves, depending on how good your group is, then extract. Of course, don't fail the mission, otherwise you will lose those relics you earn. A better place to farm LICH relics is in Habit in the Void. This is a low-level capture mission. You can farm for a guaranteed LICH relic every 2 minutes, which includes loading and extraction time. Load in, rush to the target, capture him and extract. Rinse and repeat. But as a beginner, you probably don't have access to this node yet. You can ask a friend, a clanmate or just some helpful chap in the chat to carry you to Habit. Once you've completed the mission there, it's unlocked for you. You can keep farming LICH relics there. Now here you can choose whether to sell the relics as is, or crack them open in the Void Fissure. Relics don't really sell for much, but Prime Pass inside them sell for a bit more. Always do Void Fissures in a group, because it increases your chance of choosing a better reward. If you are lucky, someone in your group rolls a rare Prime part, you can choose it and get a copy of that reward. I use the website warframe.market to check for market price. But I'm not endorsing this website, I'm only telling you that I use it as a reference. Use the trade chat. Learn about what people want to buy and sell. If you don't know what the item they are talking about is, there's a link you can click to get the details. You can sell your stuff in the trade chat or on the Warframe market page. Option 2. Syndicates. You can see in the offerings that the higher your rank is, the better rewards you can buy. Buy the rewards with Syndicate standing and sell them for plat. Sometimes there's a demand for Syndicate items because, as you can see, there's no way you can have access to all of them. So if someone wants to buy an item from the Syndicate you align with, you can sell it to them. Mostly stuff like Arcwing weapon parts, mods, Syndicate weapons are sought after commodities. Bear in mind, however, that Syndicate weapons are only tradable if you do not rank them up. Once you equip and rank them up, they are locked to you. So that's one thing you need to be careful of. One tip I can give you is to save your medallions. Sometimes when you are doing a Syndicate mission, there will be medallions lying around that you can collect. If you are not in need of Syndicate standings, save them. You can use them for a rainy day when you need more plat. Option 3. Invasions. Honestly, this is not a great method to get plat, but it's still an option. In Invasions, you can farm for weapon parts and weapon blueprints. But these weapons aren't really all that great, that's why they usually sell for like 10p for a whole set. Market demand is also pretty low, but you never know when someone in trade chat is asking to buy one. So having extra stock of these won't hurt. Option 4. Transmuting mods. I'm not in favor of this method because it's more of a gamble. It costs 12,000 credits and 4 mods as sacrifice to transmute for one random mod. If you're a new player, I can imagine that 12,000 credits to you is a lot. You could mitigate the credit cost with a transmute core, but I don't think it's worth it. You get transmute cores from Cephalon Samaris. It costs 5,000 standing per core, but in the early game you have more important things to spend your standing points on. If you ever do want to transmute a mod, I recommend transmuting with a Madurai core. The most valuable mods that are in demand in the market are Condition Overload, Maiming Strike, and Argon Scope. All these mods are of Madurai polarity. There are over 1,000 mods in this game, so narrowing down with a Madurai core will improve your chances. These 3 mods sell for a fair amount. But then again, chances of you rolling for these mods are pretty slim. If you don't have any of these mods, you want to keep at least one for yourself anyway. Furthermore, the chances of rolling these mods are less than 1%. So if you want to play slot machine, by all means, but I don't think the payout is worth the cost. Option 5. Mining. You can mine for gems in the open world maps, Plains of Eidolon, and Orb Valleys. When you mine from the nodes, they give either ores or gems. Gems are rarer than ores, and you need them as crafting materials. That's why there is a demand for gems. But as far as I'm aware, they are asked only occasionally in the trade chat. So I wouldn't spend too much time on this method, considering you also need those gems for yourself. Option 6. OROKIN Derelicts. People go to the OROKIN Derelicts for one reason: corrupted mods. These are powerful mods that you need at least one for yourself. Any extra copies you get from it, you can sell it to others. But to do a derelict, you need to get the blueprints to make keys. You can get derelict keys from the market, but you also need to get a dragon key blueprint from the clan dojo in the OROKIN lab. These dragon keys are important, because these are the keys that will open the vault to these corrupted mods. Each derelict mission will spawn one vault. The type of dragon key it needs is random, which is why you need a group carrying one type of dragon key each. Or you can also solo it by carrying all 4 dragon keys by yourself. Each dragon key you carry will give you a debuff. It either reduces health, shields, damage, or movement speed. So carrying all 4 can be a huge handicap. The way I farm Derelict solo is to carry all 4 dragon keys with Rhino. Craft a Derelict capture key and do the mission. Capture is the simplest and fastest. After you capture the target, you have all the time you need to scout the map and find the vault. Once you find the vault, grab the mod and get the hell out of there. Rinse and repeat. I'll put on screen all the corrupted mods that are in demand in the market. If you get any of these, there is a good chance someone in the trade chat wants to buy one of these. Option 7. Sorties. This is the endgame method of earning plat. To unlock sorties, you need to have at least one rank 30 Warframe and complete the War Within quest. People do sorties to farm for Riven mods. There are other rewards in the pool as well, but most of them are not tradable. An SI Ayatan sculpture can be sold for about 10 plat on PC. The legendary core don't bother. Not only is it super rare, but in my 4,000 hours of playtime I only got it once. It doesn't even sell for a lot. What you are aiming for is the Riven reward. Complete a series of challenges and you roll for a chance to earn a Riven mod each day. Once you do have a Riven mod, here's where you decide whether to sell it as it is or roll the dice for a good Riven. You can sell veiled Rivens for a decent amount. And most of the time, unveiled mods will either turn out bad or good. Bad ones will sell even less than an unveiled Riven mod. If you're lucky and get a good weapon Riven, or if you get a good stat roll, you can sell for hundreds or even thousands of plat. This is the main source of income for endgame veterans, but it is all up to market demand. Option 8. KUVA LICHs. This is a new commodity since the release of KUVA LICHs, but it is not that profitable depending on what you are able to roll for. People buy KUVA LICHs for 2 main reasons. KUVA weapons and ephemera. If you see a special effect on the KUVA LICH you're hunting, it's got an ephemera. You can convert it and sell it to others. The second reason is if the LICH is carrying a high damage weapon. You can see how much percentage and what element it has on its profile page. The meta right now is toxin elements and the max possible is 60%, so keep an eye out for that. If you get a good roll, you can convert it and sell it for a couple hundred plat. Option 9, Arcanes. Arcanes are basically the endgame grind. You can farm it from Tridolon hunts or arbitrations, depending on which arcane you're looking for. There was an event recently called Scarlet Spear that made farming specific arcanes a lot easier, but it's gone now, and I'm guessing it'll come back again maybe next year. Anyway, the most sellable arcanes are dropped from the third Eidolon, Hydraulist. There's many guides out there to teach you how to do Tridolon hunts, but if you're just starting out, unless you have a good group to carry you, I wouldn't count on starting Eidolon hunts just yet. So that's all for my 9 methods of farming plat. If you need references on market price, I use the Warframe.market website, but you can use any other sources out there. Hope you learned something from this video, and if you like it, do give a thumbs up, comment, share, and subscribe. Now get out there and earn some plat. Void signing out.